let's be honest about this.
Yeah, let's.
Your honeys? These are my what? These are my babies. Okay. Yeah, let's see.
You're a pig.
I cried because I couldn't believe it. You know, I was totally in love. We were totally in love. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day, you know, for my part.
I remember being on the set and being in my dressing room and not feeling like I could get up in the morning, and there's just no pain like that.
There's no pain or failure like going through a divorce.
Despite what seemed like a fairy tale reunion between Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, rumors are now swirling that this iconic Hollywood duo might be on the verge of splitting sooner than expected. These whispers have surfaced right after the release of J.Lo's documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, where she couldn't stop gushing about Ben being her true love. The timing couldn't be more awkward. If you've followed J.Lo's love life over the years, this might feel like déjà vu. With every new relationship, it seems she's convinced she's finally found the one. Now enter the drama with her first ex-husband, Ojani Noa. Never one to shy away from sharing his thoughts, Ojani is back with some juicy revelations. He claims that the only person J.Lo truly loves is herself, and even predicted that her rekindled romance with Ben Affleck wouldn't last. It looks like he might be onto something. An old video of Jennifer Lopez and Ojani Noah has resurfaced, and it's causing quite a stir. The footage casts J.Lo in a seriously unflattering light. In the video, Ojani appears visibly uneasy, hinting at a side of J.Lo that the public rarely, if ever, sees. He even admitted that he was genuinely afraid of her, suggesting that there's more to the story than meets the eye. If Ojani was scared, it's not hard to imagine why Ben might be thinking of an exit.
I was never used to being alone. I had a big family. I had cousins and my aunts and my grandma, and they'd all always be around. And so when I went off on my own, I realized how uncomfortable I was being alone. I had to learn how to do that, you know?
Jennifer Lopez, the queen of headline-grabbing romances and whirlwind marriages, has always kept the tabloids buzzing. With rumors swirling about a possible split from Ben Affleck, now seems like the perfect time to dive into her past relationships and uncover what her exes have revealed. Buckle up, because J.Lo's romantic history is a wild ride filled with drama, jealousy, and some serious revelations. Let's rewind to 1997 when Jennifer was still glowing from her breakout role in Selena. That same year, she walked down the aisle with her first husband, Cuban actor and producer Ojani Noa. Their marriage, however, was short-lived, lasting just 11 months. It's a strange twist of fate, one that's almost too perfect for a rom-com, how Ojani, a Cuban immigrant who arrived in the U.S. on a 60-foot inflatable dinghy at 15, ended up married to one of the world's biggest stars. His story is the kind of rags-to-riches narrative Hollywood loves, but after their 1998 divorce, the fairy tale unraveled, leaving Ojani to contend with a very different reality. But Ojani wasn't about to fade into the background quietly. Far from it. He had plans to release a tell-all book about his time with J.Lo. Ojani saw firsthand how Hollywood changed Jennifer. She went from being Jen to becoming J.Lo, this big business bringing in millions. She had all these new people around her, all wanting to make money off her. I would call, and an assistant would say, "Sorry, she's not available," he recalled. Naturally, Jennifer wasn't having any of it. She quickly took legal action, suing Ojani to stop him from airing her dirty laundry, effectively halting his publishing dreams. But here's where the plot thickens. Ojani claimed that their marriage fell apart because of Jennifer's blossoming relationship with Sean P. Diddy Combs while she was still married to him. In a tell-all interview with the Daily Mail, Ojani revealed that when he confronted Jennifer about her relationship with Diddy, she brushed it off as just business and something she was being told to do. But let's be real, who would buy that excuse? His jealousy was clearly justified, as J.Lo and Diddy soon went public with their romance.
And that's how I was raised. Once I got to know him and, we became friends first, and then we developed this bond. We both understood where we were at that time.
Diddy, never one to shy away from discussing his high-profile romances, reflected on his relationship with Jennifer Lopez in a 2006 interview with People, calling her one of the great ones. But coming from Diddy, known for his infamous antics, being labeled great might raise more red flags than offer a genuine compliment. Once the drama with Diddy cooled down, Jennifer didn't waste time moving on. In 2001, she became smitten with Judd, a backup dancer she met on the set of her Love Don't Cost a Thing music video. Their chemistry was undeniable, and by the end of the year they were married. However, the spark between them faded just as quickly as it had ignited. Less than a year later, J-Lo filed for divorce. Chris later hinted that Jennifer wasn't fully committed to making their marriage work, telling Us Weekly that marriage requires effort and dedication, qualities he felt J-Lo lacked. The pressures of fame didn't help either. Chris recalled how their relationship was far from private, with their wedding turning into a media circus. They even had to rent the airspace above the venue to keep it secure. Despite his efforts, Jennifer seemed more focused on moving on to her next chapter. And so, Jennifer Lopez moved on to the next chapter, finding solace in the arms of Marc Anthony. Although they had briefly dated in the late 90s, things took a more serious turn after her split from Judd. Marc soon became her third husband, and together they welcomed twins, Max and Emmy. However, even the joys of parenthood couldn't prevent their marriage from unraveling. From her short-lived marriage to Ojani Noah, her highly publicized romance with Diddy, to her tumultuous relationship with Marc, J-Lo's love life has been anything but smooth. If the rumors about her and Ben Affleck are true, it looks like history might be on the verge of repeating itself. When J-Lo and Marc Anthony tied the knot in June 2004, the timing raised a few eyebrows. Marc had just finalized his divorce from his first wife, Dayanara Torres, with whom he shares 2 sons. Naturally, rumors swirled that J-Lo might have played a part in ending Marc's previous marriage. But if anyone has a track record of complicated love lives, it's Marc, who has 7 kids with 3 different women. Talk about a full house. Fast forward to July 2011, and J-Lo and Marc announced their separation with a statement to E! News. You might think that after 3 divorces and with 2 young children to care for, J-Lo would hit the pause button on her dating life. But think again. Our girl J-Lo just can't seem to stay single for long. Less than 3 months after her split with Marc became public, J-Lo was back in the headlines. By November 2011, she was flaunting a new romance with Casper Smart, a backup dancer who was 18 years younger than her. Casper later shared insights into their relationship with Hola magazine, saying, "I was 23 or 24 and she was 18 years older, about 42 years old with 2 kids. But at that moment, everything just clicked. We spent every day together for a year." The two had met while working on the music video for Dance Again, and their whirlwind romance played out very publicly for about 2.5 years. But just as the dust seemed to settle, J-Lo's path crossed with former New York Yankee star Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod would later gush that meeting Jennifer was the luckiest day. It wasn't long before J-Lo decided to call it quits with Casper and went public with her new beau, Alex Rodriguez, in 2017. Their romance appeared to be straight out of a fairy tale, complete with a $1 million diamond ring when A-Rod proposed during a dreamy Bahamian vacation about 2 years later. But despite the stunning bling and the grand engagement, the wedding kept getting postponed, with the couple blaming the delays on the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the pandemic wasn't the only thing threatening their happily ever after. By April 2021, it was game over for J-Rod. And guess who J-Lo was spotted with that very same month? Yep, none other than her old flame, Ben Affleck. As soon as rumors of Bennifer 2.0 started circulating, J-Lo didn't waste any time erasing A-Rod from her Instagram like he was just a bad memory. This is where J-Lo's PR machine went into overdrive, subtly suggesting that A-Rod might have been unfaithful and that he was still hung up on her, refusing to let go. An insider spilled to the media that J-Lo told Alex that Ben was her everything now, but A-Rod just couldn't get the message. The irony here is rich. When J-Lo and A-Rod got engaged in 2019, she was out there proclaiming him as her forever partner and soulmate. Sound familiar? It seems J-Lo has a knack for recycling those grand declarations. A source close to J-Lo even told People back then, they are incredible together, very much soulmates that bring out the best in each other and are so supportive of each other. From the start, they moved very quickly. Their relationship was always very passionate. Bennifer quickly fell very hard for Alex and quickly started planning for the future. But as we've seen in J-Lo's world, forever has a pretty flexible definition. We all know J-Lo has a habit of ditching relationships faster than you can say A-Rod, and the latest proof of that came when she swapped out her so-called soulmate, Alex Rodriguez, for her ex, Ben Affleck, like he was yesterday's news. Talk about a plot twist. A-Rod was reportedly blindsided by J-Lo's swift rebound. Imagine going from planning a future with someone to seeing them rekindle an old flame. Sources close to him revealed that Alex wasn't just surprised. He was genuinely shocked. He had this whole idea that they'd eventually find their way back to each other. But when J-Lo and Ben rekindled their romance, A-Rod was left reeling. Insiders spilled that Alex tried reaching out to J-Lo to talk things over. But she wasn't having any of it. She was done. And she made it crystal clear. He wasn't just shocked. He also felt a sting of sadness seeing J-Lo move on so fast. But A-Rod wasn't about to just sit around and mope. Instead, he took to social media to subtly throw some shade. He posted a picture of himself next to a red Porsche, the very same one he gifted J-Lo for her 50th birthday, with the caption, "I'm super down to earth." Talk about a passive-aggressive flex. And here's where the plot thickens. Alex was reportedly not only annoyed by how quickly J-Lo moved on, but also by how she seemed to play the media like a pro. It was as if she had everything perfectly timed, orchestrating the narrative to ensure she came out on top. J-Lo has always been a master of her public image, but this time, it seemed she was playing a different game, one where the stakes were higher and the casualties were left reeling in her wake. Back in 2004, Jennifer Lopez famously blamed the intense media frenzy for derailing her wedding plans with Ben Affleck. Fast forward to 2021, and it seemed like she was reveling in the media spotlight with Ben, soaking up every bit of attention. The irony wasn't lost on Alex Rodriguez, who saw this as a glaring double standard. But the drama doesn't stop there. According to the rumor mill, Alex has been whispering to his closest friends that he suspects J-Lo was cheating on him with Ben while they were still together. He's convinced that the chaos J-Lo is facing now is nothing more than karma for how things went down between them. Sources revealed that Alex was devastated when J-Lo left him for Ben. He felt like he was tossed aside as soon as a better offer came along, leaving his world crumbling overnight. Watching J-Lo marry someone else while he was left in the dust was described as the worst year of his life. J-Lo flaunting her new relationship with Ben only made things worse. Now, with rumors swirling about J-Lo and Ben's marriage possibly hitting the rocks, A-Rod is apparently reveling in the drama. Insiders claim he's enjoying every bit of the spectacle, even if he won't publicly admit it. It's almost as if he's savoring the poetic justice of J-Lo's relationship troubles. One source mentioned that Alex feels like he dodged a major bullet by not marrying J-Lo. He's watching the drama unfold with a sense of vindication, and despite his outward calm, there's plenty of resentment simmering beneath the surface. But the drama doesn't end with A-Rod. Ojani Noa, J-Lo's first husband, is having his own "I told you so" moment. He was the first to predict that J-Lo and Ben wouldn't last, and now he's sitting back, feeling pretty smug about his spot-on prediction. When J-Lo and Ben Affleck exchanged vows in a whirlwind Las Vegas ceremony in July 2022, it felt like a scene ripped straight from a fairy tale. After 2 decades of off-and-on drama, this moment was hyped as the ultimate proof that true love conquers all. The media couldn't get enough of the Bennifer reunion, proclaiming it as a triumph of fate over the fickleness of romance. For J-Lo, who had weathered through 3 previous marriages, this was supposed to be her happily ever after with the man she always insisted was her soulmate. But while everyone else was busy gushing over the return of Bennifer, Ojani Noa had a few choice words about the whole affair. Ojani, who once basked in the glow of J-Lo's declarations of eternal love, didn't hold back. Speaking to the Daily Mail, he pointed out that J-Lo had previously dubbed him her forever guy, a claim he couldn't help but find ironic, considering her track record. In his words, That was 3 husbands and 5 engagements ago. His outlook on the longevity of J-Lo's 4th marriage was less than optimistic, and as rumors about trouble in paradise surfaced, Ojani Noa, Jennifer Lopez's first husband, has shared some eyebrow-raising insights into their past, casting doubt on the longevity of her current marriage to Ben Affleck. Noting her penchant for short-lived engagements and marriages, "I wish her and Ben the best," Ojani remarked, "but I'm not convinced it will last." His skepticism goes beyond simple wedding cynicism, painting a rather grim picture of their life together. According to Ojani, the bliss J-Lo often professed publicly was far from the reality during their marriage. Ojani claimed that J-Lo's team encouraged him to fake happiness for the cameras, constructing a facade that hid the true state of their relationship. This strategy was part of a broader effort to project an idealized version of their marriage, even as things were crumbling behind the scenes. He recounted an incident when they traveled to Chicago to film an interview with Oprah Winfrey. Despite their mounting issues, J-Lo put on a convincing show of marital bliss, while Ojani felt like a pawn in a public relations game. Oprah's probing questions were met with J-Lo's rehearsed assurances that everything was amazing, all while Ojani struggled to maintain the charade. The stress of trying to salvage their marriage took a heavy toll on Ojani. He revealed that he lost 40 pounds during this period, all while their public life became a carefully orchestrated illusion. He described this time as one where their entire existence seemed to be a lie, showcasing the vast chasm between their public image and private struggles. But the drama surrounding Ojani and J-Lo doesn't stop there. An old interview with Ojani recently resurfaced, bringing even wilder allegations to light. In this throwback piece, Ojani accused J-Lo of using witchcraft and love spells to manipulate her romantic fortunes. Whether these claims were made in jest or out of genuine belief, they certainly add another layer to the already tangled narrative of J-Lo's love life. Remember when J-Lo snagged the role of the late Mexican-American singer Selena in the 1997 biopic? Rumor has it that she might have used witchcraft to land that iconic part. The buzz back then was wild, with whispers that J-Lo, who wasn't even Mexican, may have employed supernatural means to secure the role. These rumors aren't new. They've been floating around since the 90s. Allegedly, J-Lo has a Miami-based godmother who practices the dark arts of Santeria to boost J-Lo's career and personal life. This juicy tidbit was revealed by Claudia Vasquez, who is not only dating Ojani but also stirring up trouble by threatening to release a potentially scandalous tape of Lopez. In a snippet from a Spanish gossip show, Vasquez claimed that J-Lo's godmother in Miami had helped her cast spells on all her boyfriends, a typical practice for anyone involved in Santeria. According to Vasquez, J-Lo might have even used these spells to edge out Salma Hayek for the Selena role. On top of these claims, J-Lo, Noah, and Vasquez are embroiled in a legal battle over a tape that allegedly shows Lopez nude, supposedly shot during her time with Noah. J-Lo has already won court battles blocking Noah from releasing the footage, but her lawyers suspect that Vasquez might be trying to leak it. Rumor has it that J-Lo might have also leveraged her connections with big industry figures to land the Selena role. Whispers suggest that she had a close relationship with Tommy Mottola, Mariah Carey's ex-husband and former Sony Music CEO, around the time she was filming Selena. With all these wild claims, it's no wonder fans are left questioning the truth behind J-Lo's relationships. So, what's your take on this messy J-Lo drama? Are Ojani Noah's claims giving you pause? Could there be some truth to those witchcraft rumors? Drop your thoughts below and stay tuned for the next video.